Hi, this is Finance and Investing Just Joey style, and I want to show you a couple things. So let's look at my screen. Oh, hold on, I gotta share my screen first. One second. This one, share. Okay. All right, let's go over here. I'm going to show you. Oh, actually, this is Bitcoin Treasuries. I'm going to show you fear and greed indicators too. But this is a very interesting website, BitcoinTreasuries.net. And it gives you all the companies that are treasuring Bitcoin. It shows you how much they own and hold. So of these 100 companies, there's over a million Bitcoin held. But a lot of these, they don't even really matter until you get to like Tesla. And then look at the drastic gap between Tesla at number 12 and 21 Capital at number 2, 11,000 to 43,000. And you got people as little as 100. That's a drastic change, drastic gap in how much Bitcoin is owned. But look at the top company, 780,897 Bitcoin. That's Strategy, MSTR. It is the largest corporate Bitcoin holder of all time. It's actually BlackRock is the only one that holds more Bitcoin than them, and I'm willing to bet that this week they're actually going to flip BlackRock for ownership, and that's pretty impressive because BlackRock literally has $14 trillion in assets under management. They own more of the world than anybody. They own pretty much everything. So for Strategy to own more Bitcoin, yeah, and I believe that this is the best Bitcoin company out there for sure. And they create different products. And the really intriguing thing is just in the last couple of weeks, there's a tracker for the Stretch ATM, STRC. It's Michael Saylor, MSTR's financial product that's kind of like it's kind of like a money market account. So, and I believe we'll know tomorrow morning for sure, but I believe that this past week, Michael Saylor and Strategy bought about 30,000 Bitcoin. So they're probably going to have more than 800,000 Bitcoin, probably close to 810,000 Bitcoin on their books tomorrow morning. So that's impressive. But what I wanted to actually talk about here is these fear and greed indicator. So fear and greed indicator is literally what it says it is. It's how fearful or how greedy somebody is in the market. Fearful generally means that the entire market is selling off because they think that it's coming down drastically. And greed means that more people were buying. So this is generally when you want to start to sell is once you start to get into greed and extreme greed. But greed can also, it's one of those things that can last a long time. So just like with fear, markets can come down forever. Everybody's been complaining about these markets, but they really haven't really done that much. They haven't really fallen that much. Let me show you this real quick. Where's my SPY? So this is the S&P 500. This is the daily chart. So every one of these little ticks is a day. Look how drastically quick we ran up. Like this was February 20th. People have been complaining about this market going down, 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 and they could barely handle it. The S&P 500 fell for 5 weeks. 5 weeks. And we were basically at all-time highs. And then 5 to 6 weeks later, we bottomed out here, and then boom. We went from 630 all the way to 710 to all brand new all-time highs. People were worried about this. People were scared, like fearful, heavily fearful, extreme fear because of this move from here to here in 5 weeks' time. Look at this. That's crazy. That's a tiny move. When we zoom out, we can barely even see that anymore on this chart. And this is the importance of time and holding assets over time. This goes all the way back to 2014. Yes. So I wanted to show you that real quick. So being extremely fearful is a great time to buy. And it shows you how long people's attention spans are. Like, they can't handle 5 weeks, 5, 6 weeks of downward pressure. They can't handle a couple months of something dropping, and it goes into extreme fear. Because right here, a year ago, we were at 16. Just a single month ago, we were at 20. Even 1 week ago, this was at 36, and as you can see, 36 is still right in the middle of the fear gauge. 20 is extreme fear. And then within a week, within a month, 4 or 5 weeks, we went from 20 to 62, from extreme fear to greed, almost into extreme greed. That's how quickly these markets can change, and that's how much noise is out there. This up and down, back and forth, this is happening, that's happening, it's all daggone noise. This is why on my channel I teach DCA, constantly buying, consistently buying on a regular basis, and then getting ownership. I'll show you the fear and greed for the crypto markets as well. So right here, last month we were at 30, a week ago we were at 42, and now we're at 57. And then all the way down here, right here, we were at 8. We were 8 on the fear gauge, at 5, sorry. It doesn't go below 0. So this is the lowest it's pretty much ever been, especially in the last 3 years. It's by far the lowest it's ever been. We went down to 20, 21, 15. So we were 3 times more fearful just in the last couple of months. This was on February 4th. We're in mid-April right now. So 2 months of time, we went from the most fearful time pretty much ever in crypto to 54 neutral, almost entering greed in the charts. That's how quickly these things can change. So instead of constantly worrying, constantly flipping back and forth and out and that, when it gets down to extreme fear, we buy a little bit more. When it starts to get closer to greed, we buy a little less, or we just consistently buy all the daggone time. And this allows us to have more and more ownership. And this is what I do in my own crypto account. Um, right here, I just buy all the time. So I've gotten to what I do is I get to actual share counts or dollar amounts that I want to get to. So 3,000 was the maximum number of XRP that I wanted. And you can see that I have 4,433. So anything over that 3,000, I consider tradable. So once XRP starts moving up, it's actually had a nice pullback. It was at 150 not that long ago. So once XRP starts moving upward to a point where I'm willing to take some profits, I have over 1,400 shares that I can take profits on. So that's a wonderful thing. So I highly recommend that you get yourself to points where you are getting to share counts that you're okay with. You know, like, okay, once I hit this number, I don't need any more. I don't want any more. That's my full position. That's what I mean, your full position. So that can be a share count or a dollar amount. As you can see, I've got about $8,500 in crypto because I'm down $2,100, almost $2,200 on it, and it's currently worth $62.70. So I could say I'm okay having $10,000 in it. Doesn't mean that I have $10,000 in it. That's how much I put into it. So that could be your full position. But I'm okay with the 3,000 and then having the tradable 1,400. I'm still buying XRP occasionally when I have some extra money laying around, but I do not buy it on a consistent drip because I have my position. Now, Hedera, I don't have my full position. I was kind of happy with it at 20,000. Then I started looking into the project more and more, and I like it. I really, really like it, even though I don't love the chart because it's never been above 57 cents. But I believe with the circulating supply being mostly out, it's at 80 some percent. Where is it at? Right here, yeah. 87% of the supply is out. So there's only 13% more dilution coming to this, which should mean that we should be able to get above these, especially if the fundamentals keep increasing, and they are. With Hedera, I want to get to at least 50,000. I think that's going to be my full position, but I'd love to get to 100 just because I like the project. It's very inexpensive, and I can buy a lot of it now. So this one, I actually have a drip on it every single day. I have $6 a day, $2 a day, and $4 a day that I've got going into this. So as you can see, I'm buying 66, 67 of them roughly every single day. Now it's going to take me At that amount, to get the extra 60,000 that I fully want, it's going to take me about a year to get there, and that's if it stays in this realm. I still put a little bit, a few extra dollars here when my paycheck is bigger or I have some extra money or whatnot. But yeah, 50,000 I'm going to be comfortable with, and I might consider that my full position. But like I said, I'd really like it to be 100,000, and that's going to kind of depend on what the crypto markets do over the next coming weeks, months, um, to see if it starts rising again because Clarity Act is coming out. I'm at my full position on Stellar, which was 9,000. I'm nine shy of it, so I'm not really worried about it. I can put an extra couple bucks in there and get it up there. 250 for Chainlink. I want 10-bit tensor, a thousand for Sui. And what I plan on doing is once I get to my 1,000 on Sui, and yeah, the crypto markets have come down pretty good actually since the 17th, since 2 days ago. Sui's down more than 10% from its high here. But once I get to 1,000, I'm putting $1 a day into it. So I'm basically buying one every day. And I need, what was it? Where's my share count at? Right here. I need 250, basically 246 more. So it's going to take 246 days to buy one a day to get there. But like I said, I take the extra money here and there from my paychecks or from bonuses or when I have some stuff from comes in from my side business, and I buy a little bit extra of that. But once this gets to 1,000, I'm going to stop buying Sui. I'm going to take this dollar drip off and I'm going to apply it to H bar because I like H bar ultimately better, and that gives me another dollar a day, so that gives me more that I'm buying every single day to get to my H bar position. I've done this with Cardano. I had a lot more going into Cardano. I like Cardano's project so much better than I do Sui's right now. So that's why I'm still buying Cardano $1 a day. So I'm getting about four every single day on this. And then I'm also staking it. So I'm making rewards as I get that. I'm earning some extra Cardano every like 5-ish days. Reward, ADA reward right there. I just earned a half of one on the 16th, and then right there, I just earned another half of one on the 11th. So yeah, every 5 days, I'm earning another half of ADA just because I have it staked. So it's like a dividend. I'm earning more that I'm not even buying. So if I stopped this drip, I would still be earning one half of an ADA every 5 days. So that would give me an extra three every single month just from staking. So I highly recommend doing that. But I'm going to keep this dollar drip on Cardano just because I like the project. Half tempted to put another drip on XRP, but I have my full. I got about $600-700 a month going into crypto and my stocks, so I'm kind of tapped out on the amount of money that I can put in right now, based upon my short-term paycheck. And I got $4 a day going into Tau. So just between BitTensor, Tau, and HBAR, Hedera, I've got $10 a day going into investments. So that's $300 a month. But it's one of the best ways. Ondo, I still have this. I really like this project. 2,000 was my the full amount that I wanted to get to. I've got $1 a week going into it because I just had it there, and I'm like, that's fine. I'll just leave that go. WorldCoin, I've reached it. I'm 1,000 of those. Algo, I've reached it. So yeah, I got $2 a day going into Chainlink. Now it's going to take some time to get up to 250 of these from 94. So obviously I need another 156 and a half, or another 156 to get to there. But this is why I consistently buy in. Now, as you can see, I'm down on every one of my positions, and everybody's like, well, why would I listen to you if you're down? Because my positions have grown drastically. Just a few months ago, I had 20,000 H bar. I'm trying to think. Like right there, I bought 800 of them there. Right there, I bought almost 900 H bar there. Trying to find where right there. I bought another 600. So that's over 1,000 that I bought in April, extra on top of the $6 a day drip. There was an extra $25 there. Right here, I put 141. So I think my paycheck came through and I had some extra money there. So I bought 1,600 there. So we're already at almost 3,000 additional H bar that I bought this month just from a little bit of side income that I had. So I'll be able to get to my H bar position uh, quicker by doing things like that. So obviously, I had some extra money on March 30th too, to where I bought another five, almost 600. So that's over 3,000 I bought since basically the end of March. And then I put $1,000 in it here. I think I had a refund check come in or whatever. So yeah, since the 29th of March, I've bought over 14,000 H bar just from some side cash that I've had because I like the project. Um, Yeah. So that's my crypto portfolio. And like I said, I don't mind showing this to everybody. Don't worry about the greed. Don't worry about the fear. Buy in fear, sell greed, or just keep buying continuously because this is a long term game. And let's go back to here real quick. And let's go back to something like XRP because let's do the all time. Because if you'd have been doing this for the last 10 years on XRP, obviously XRP went crazy back in 2017. But here, you could have been picking up XRP for 18, 20, 30 cents a piece. So it's 2026. So for 10 years, you could have been buying this thing every single day. If you'd have put just $1 a day, that's 30 bucks a month. I'm sure you spend all kinds of money on things that you don't need, that you don't use, that aren't benefiting your life. And it's probably costing you more than $30 a month. But $30 a month, I mean, you would have basically probably got an average price on this for over this time, 25 to 30 cents a piece. So let's do that math real quick. Point three, $30 a month for 10 years, $30 a month, 12, 10. That'd be a total of $3,600 that you would have put in this. And you would have bought these for probably like I said, an average price because you would have got some very cheap ones here. And then, yeah, very long time. You'd have been able to get it for 30. For a short time, you'd have been higher. Let's even say this is closer to 45 cents. You would have 8,000 XRP if you would have averaged 45 cents per XRP for the last 10 years and been putting $30 a month into it. 8,000. That's double what I have. So you would have literally put $3,600 into this project, and right now, if you had 8,000 of them at $1.42, you would have $11,360. So you would have turned 3,600 bucks into $11,000. You would have made $7,760 over the last 10 years, dollar cost averaging into this project. So that's why I highly recommend that you dollar cost average because it's small amounts of money. $30 a month isn't going to destroy your life, but you can get some pretty solid gains, almost $8,000 in gains from small incremental buys over the long term. So this is finance and investing, just Joey style, and DCA over a long period of time beats lump summing almost every time.